cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Now a play fake. Lance.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now Lance again here on 2nd and 10.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Lance.
Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of his end zone, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And this one is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works. I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. To throw is Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. We're scoreless after one. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Cousins to throw it.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Fourth down, Cousins. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. Well, Charles certainly circled that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
with career touchdown number 60.
And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy and let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was going for the age. I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I would say it might be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are back within a couple of the lead. Gano the extra point, and this is now a 1-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score.
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, 5, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play. Big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like 2 boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Lance now on first down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Off of play action. Here's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
First down. Here's Cousins.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
They go play action. Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. On first down, Lance.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
Lance now on first down.
Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Flushed out right. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Throwing, Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Accelerating, and off he goes. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To try again after the sack. Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Fielded just inside the 30.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
A final shot before half for Lance.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Touchdown, Vikings!
Jamar Chase,
his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point try good by Gano. And this is back to an 8-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
67 yards on the ground for him so far.
On 2nd and inches, Lance eluding the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he...
And now here is another interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown of the night. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lance going to try to throw for this.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. If they got it, I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the move to his left.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On second down, here's Henry.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson.
And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
A second down throw for Cousins. Flush to his right.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack.
Lance. Oh, what a catch by Samuel.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. They'll send Brown in motion right.
Throwing his Lance on third down.
Got his target, Samuel.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing on first down is Lance.
And now here is another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cousins.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Jamar Chase.
31 yards.
And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Gano now to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. And Lance going to throw.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Lance.
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
And my goodness, another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance steps away to his left. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
The Niners
Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Give me some. Give me some.
Now Lance steps away. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, 14 yards. And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Touchdown, Vikings! Jamar Chase, 67 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in here by Chase. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They will look for some important yardage on third down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. To throw, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Cousins now.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Gano's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Lance looking to throw it.
Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Okay, right?
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Lance back to throw.
Buying time to his left. This is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Lance. connecting here with Christian McCaffrey.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers, and the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Lance looking to throw.
Dancing to his left. And he will find his man Samuel. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Now Lance.
Steps away to his left.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down. And Lance now to throw.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was the defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.